Came over the wires that Joe Rogan just endorsed me. Is that good? Thank you, Joe. That's so nice. And he doesn't do that. He doesn't do that stuff. And he tends to be a little bit more liberal than some of the people in this room. No, I had a lot of fun, and he was amazing, and it was a 3-hour interview. In fact, I was 2 hours late for a rally that we had. I had explained that a little bit, and it was cold out that night. We flew, but we had to make it. We were more than 2 hours late, and they understood. I said, I just was interviewed by a very interesting guy, and he just kept going on. They called it a long form, and it could have gone a lot longer, but he was great. And he's not a person that does endorsements, but he did an endorsement. So I just want to thank Joe Rogan. That's fantastic. And Megan, thank you very much. That was something. That's really something. Also with us tonight is the man that I hope is going to be your next senator. He's a winner. He's tough. He's smart. He loves your state. He loves your Commonwealth, and he will take this Commonwealth to new heights. He's just a spectacular guy, Dave McCormick. And Dave, I think, stand up, Dave. I think I looked at a poll before, and I think you're doing very well. He's against a survivor. The guy is a survivor. He's a lousy senator, doesn't do a thing. Do you think he's talking about fracking? That guy talks about fracking. He's not letting fracking get it disturbed in any way, shape. We'll double up the fracking and the jobs and everything else. She's totally against, but everything in his life he's done has been successful. He was tremendously successful in college. He was a really good athlete. He was a wrestler, but I think the Penn State guys probably could have taken him. What do you think, huh? What do you think? I think maybe, but you never know, right? You never really know. There could be an upset in the making. But he's been successful at everything. He went to Wall Street, became one of the most important people on Wall Street, and I just want to say that I hope you vote for him. He's going to be a great senator. The Commonwealth will be happy. You'll view it as a terrific vote. And think of it, it's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be tomorrow. We have another man who's a great senator from Tennessee. I love Tennessee. You know why I love him? For a lot of reasons, but we won by 31% last time. We didn't have to do this late night stuff with Pennsylvania, but I think Pennsylvania, I think we're gonna have a big number in Pennsylvania too. But I want to thank you, Senator Bill Hagerty, please. Thank you, Senator. Good-looking senator too. There's something about that. And you have we have so many celebrities here. It's incredible. But Bill, thank you very much. Good. Mike Pompeo, please stand up. Mike. He lost all that weight. He's so thin now. Looks good. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate it very much. And we have members of Congress that are warriors. These guys have been fighting with me, fighting with me in the proper way, not the bad way. And they're incredible people. John Joyce, Mike Kelly, G.T. Thompson, Guy Reschenthaler. These are terrific people. And somebody told me that, Guy, you were a terrific wrestler. Is that true? I didn't hear that. So I'm never going to fight him. That's all. When you hear that stuff, don't ever go against the odds, right? That's fantastic. I heard really good. Thank you very much, Guy. I appreciate it. Former Congresswoman and Democratic, and she was a good candidate too for President of the United States, Tulsi Gabbard, a woman of great common sense. A woman of great common sense. And she just switched over to the Republican Party, so that's good. She was a Democrat. Then she became an independent, and then she became, thank you very much. It's a great honor. She's a fantastic person. I always said, I've watched her for a long time, and I'd say that's a woman of great common sense, because it's all about common sense. We could say conservative, it's common sense, and thank you very much. I appreciate it. a woman that we're very proud of. She started with us in the Oval Office in the White House. She became press secretary, and she then became the governor of Arkansas. Sarah Huckabee Sanders. Sarah, thank you. Beautiful, thank you. She's doing a good job, too. Oh, we have so many great people. So somebody that ran for president, and let me tell you, he was good, he was smart, he was so impressive to me, and he was, I watched the whole thing go on. They said, should you run? I said, listen, I got a 72-point lead over everybody. People want to hire a smart person, not a smart, to be president. When you're leading by 70 or 72 points, why should you go on a debate and have 12 people knock the hell out of you? Because eventually it's got to have a little impact. So I said, I'll sit out the debates, but I watched the debates, and I watched this man, and he was unbelievable. The governor of North Dakota, he's become one of the great oil experts. That state is doing unbelievable since he's been governor. And he was like me. He was a successful businessman. He made a lot of money, and he wanted to run, and he knew the state. He was in the state, and he ran for governor. He won. He's been one of the best governors in the country, very smart, and we got to bring him in because he's not going to be running again. I guess he's term limited or something, but he's not. And we're going to find a good place for this guy. We're not going to let him go. Governor Doug Burgum. Thank you. Thank you very much. And his wife, Catherine. Catherine is phenomenal. The son of one of the greatest baseball players of all time. You think I don't know about Roberto Clemente? Oh. So Roberto Clemente Jr., and I hear he's quite a player also, but I'll tell you, I remember his father in deep right field. I remember the throw. You know, I've seen a lot of baseball, and I've seen a lot of throws, and baseball doesn't seem to be quite what it was. We got to do something about that, you know? Too many stations, too many games, too late at night. They should hire me as commissioner, although I like their commission, I do. Some commissioners I don't like. But, you know, make baseball great. But I saw, come up here for a second, wherever you may be. Where is this guy? Because this guy was like, come up here, come on up here. Anybody with that gene, anybody with the blood in him of Roberto Clemente. Puerto Rico, I love Puerto Rico. Come on, come here. Tell them how great was your father.
Hello, Pittsburgh. Well, one thing that I can say is that I'm very proud to be here. For the first time, I had to take a step forward. It is very important for me to support this man because I believe tomorrow is a change of time. And to answer your question, to be able to talk about my father, the name Clemente, what it means is goodwill and unity. I believe that your team is going to bring it all home. I believe in everything that you stand for right now, being able to make the change for our families. My 3 kids that are very young and we live here in Pennsylvania. And I told this man that I commit myself to helping RFK Jr. with our kids and making America healthy again.
Wow. Well, Bobby's going to like that. Bobby's great, by the way. He's going to work, and he's going to work with it, but now he's going to work with Roberto Jr. Bobby Kennedy, you know, he's a credible guy. It's not an easy step. You know, they've been Democrats a long time, the Kennedy family. I'm sure they were thrilled, but Bobby had to do the right thing, and he did, and he's going to be very much involved. You know, He's got a tremendous view on health and pesticides and all the stuff, and we're not really a healthy country. You look at some countries are much healthier than we are, and they don't use all of this stuff. And so Bobby's going to pretty much do what he wants. I want him to do something really important for our country. It makes people healthier. We have obesity. We have every problem you can have, and Bobby feels very strongly about it. And he's going to be very much yours. The only thing I told him, though, Bobby, you got to do one thing. Do whatever you want. You just go ahead. Work on the pesticides. Work on making women's health. He's so into women's health. And, you know, he's really unbelievable. It's such a passion. But I said, Bobby, I want you to do it, but leave the liquid gold to me. Don't trample that. Don't trample on our liquid gold, because we're going to we have more than any other country in the world by far. Don't trample on that, Bobby. Let me just close your eyes. Let me just make our country rich as hell. So I got to keep him away from that. That could be a problem, but I got to keep him away from that. So that's so exciting with Meghan and Joe. That's so exciting. I mean, we have so many great endorsements. It's just really amazing. By the way, Roberto Clemente, you know, we all see a lot of plays, and you forget about them. Even for those of us that have very good memories, you forget them. But I remember playing the Mets, the poor Mets. They were playing the Mets, and a ball was hit into the corner of right field. He played right field. And he went over, a rocket was hit there, and he went over and he was deep in the corner of right field, and the player started marching to the plate, pretty fast runner, and I've never seen, and I remember sort of everything. And Roberto Clemente, because he was a great hitter and all, you think of him as a hitter, but he was an incredible fielder, but he had the best arm, I think, in baseball. He threw from the deep corner of right field. It was not possible to do this. A ball that never was more than 10 feet off the ground, a strike, and the runner was out. And I said, well, there go my aspirations about being a professional baseball player. It was the greatest throw I've ever seen to this day, and so I wanted to, it's funny, he was one of the greatest hitters, but I remember more for the throw than the hitting even. So it's an honor, and Bobby is going to be thrilled, and I've heard so many great things about you, Roberta. We're going to get you lined up, okay? I love that. Thank you very much. That's a great honor. Also, Mayor J.D. Longo is here, and Sean Parnell. Thank you, Sean. Thank you, Mayor. Good job you're doing. Good job you're doing. And a couple of friends of mine are here. Steve Witkoff, who's given so much money to North Carolina and any place that has trouble. This guy, I always bring him with me. You know why? Because if there's a trouble, he opens his. Well, he made a lot of money, and he loves giving it away to people in places that have trouble. He's an amazing guy, actually, and he opened his wallet to North Carolina, to Georgia, to a woman last night, Carmen, who lost her daughter to a migrant 5 days ago, and he felt very badly. He just helps people. He likes to help people. He's a great businessman, but he loves giving the money away. Thank you very much. Steve, stand up. Thanks. Steve Witkoff. And another man who's with us tonight, Howard Lutnick. He's working on transition with Linda McMahon, a phenomenal woman. And he rebuilt Cantor Fitzgerald. His whole firm was taken down in the World Trade Center catastrophe. The plane flew right into him practically. He had the top 3 floors. Cantor Fitzgerald, one of the most successful firms on Wall Street. And he was riding down the road at West Side Highway, and he actually saw this happen. He said, oh my God. He saw it happen. He saw the plane go in. And you know why he wasn't there? He was always there at 6 o'clock in this morning. But for 5 years, his wife was saying, will you please take our child to school? And he said, no, I can't do it. I got to be in the office at 6 o'clock in the morning. The one day he agreed to take his beautiful child to school, he was delayed for 2 hours getting down there because he's taken this kid who turned out to be great, because a long time ago, I said, when you look at that beautiful person that you produced, you thank that person, do you thank that person every single day? But he wasn't in, probably the only day, might have been the only day in your life that you weren't in that building at 6 o'clock in the morning, right? But his brother was in the building and hundreds of other people that worked for him. And his firm, outside of a few people in Europe, his firm was wiped out in one instant, 1 second it was wiped out. They were actually making phone calls to their families saying, we're stuck, we can't get out. All the fire exits were wiped out and the stairs were wiped out. You couldn't get out. They called their wives, they called, his brother was calling him and the wife. I mean, the whole story is crazy. And they all died, every one of them, and he had to rebuild. He wanted to rebuild, and he rebuilt the firm bigger, better, and stronger than it ever was. And he gave a big chunk of the firm for an extended period of time to the relatives, wives, and family of the people that were killed. Howard Lutnick. It's a great story, actually. That's a great story. He's a great guy. And just one other group is here because this is, we are all inclusive. And if you see what's going on up in a really incredible place, a part of the country that's very incredible, but it's under siege. It's under siege. It's happening in Detroit. It's happening in a lot of other places, but Michigan is really under siege because of what they're doing to the auto business. We're bringing it all back. You see that we're gonna through a series of intelligent tariffs, no taxes, but intelligent tariffs. All those companies are going to be brought back, but we've gotten to know and really understand Muslims for Trump. How about that? Muslims for Trump. And it's become a big movement in Michigan, a beautiful movement. And you know what they want? They want peace. They really do. They don't want to be in wars. They're very smart. And it started off as a little thing and it's grown and grown and grown. And now we have a much bigger vote than they do. Can you believe that? Because they said these people are stupid. All they want to do is, they didn't know what to do. Actually, they were in between, and she has no idea. She doesn't know where the hell she is. She can't. And they liked me, and I like them. And let me just tell you, they want peace. They don't want to fight. And they're not involved in the terror and all the things that are going on. They're great people, and it's an honor for them. I don't know where they are, but Muslims for Trump, if you want to stand up, because this was a really great, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. And I think there's tremendous cohesion, and I think they may very well be responsible for the kind of numbers we're showing up in Michigan. Michigan is really looking good, just like Pennsylvania's looking good, just like Georgia's looking good, just like Wisconsin is looking good. North Carolina is looking really good. Arizona's looking great. Nevada's looking great. Where else is there? But even Virginia, we had a great meeting. Glenn Youngkin, we had a tremendous crowd. It's not a swing state, but we had a tremendous crowd in Virginia. I'm hearing New Hampshire, where these are states that aren't really in play in theory, but they're in play now. No, I think we're going to have a big day. But you have to go. Forget about the others. It doesn't matter. You have to go and work. We win this state, it's over. We win the Commonwealth. We're going to win the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, and it's going to be over. So get out and vote. That's all I ask. In conclusion, with your vote tomorrow, we are going to fire Kamala. We're going to save America. We will cut your taxes, end inflation, slash your prices, raise your wages, and bring thousands and thousands of factories back to America and back to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. We will build American, we will buy American, and we will hire American. I will end the war in Ukraine. Would have never happened if I was president. I will stop the chaos in the Middle East, and I will prevent World War III from, you're very close to World War III. You're very close, and we have people that are not the right people to handle it. They are grossly incompetent. We will crush violent crime and give our police the support, protection, resources, and respect that they so dearly deserve. They know what's going on. They know everything. They know the names of the people that are coming into our country. They know everything about them. All we have to do is let them do their job. We will strengthen and modernize our military. I rebuilt it, but now a lot was given away to Afghanistan. Can you believe? They had a parade last week where they paraded our beautiful equipment down the middle of their boulevard. I don't like watching that. And we should have never let them have Bagram, the big air base that's just literally an hour away from China. We will build a missile defense shield over our country, all made in the USA, and a lot of it made in Pennsylvania. We will rebuild our cities, including our capital in Washington, D.C., making them safe, clean, and beautiful again. We will teach our children to love our country, to honor our history, and to always respect our great American flag. I will get critical race theory and transgender insanity the hell out of our schools. And we will keep men out of women's sports. I will defend religious liberty, I will restore free speech, and I will defend the right to keep and bear arms. Your Second Amendment, your beautiful Second Amendment, which happens to be under siege, and for 4 years it was fine. After years of building up foreign nations, defending foreign borders, and protecting foreign lands, we are finally going to build up our country, defend our borders, and protect our citizens and our land. And we will stop illegal immigration once and for all. We will not be invaded. We will not be occupied. We will not be overrun. We will not be conquered. We will be a free and proud nation once again, and it will be soon. Everyone will prosper, every family will thrive, and every day will be filled with opportunity and hope and the American dream. But for that to happen, we must defeat Kamala Harris and stop her radical left agenda, which is a landslide that is too big to rig. We're going to have too big to rig. So you need to get out immediately. You have to get out tomorrow. You have to get out tomorrow and vote. For the past 9 years, we have been fighting against the most sinister and corrupt forces on earth. They're the most sinister. With your vote in this election, you can show them once and for all that the nation does not belong to them. This nation belongs to you. It belongs to you. It was hard-working patriots like you who built this country, and tomorrow it's hard-working patriots like you who are going to save our country. After all we have been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in American history. With your help, we will restore America's promise that we will bring back, we will take it back, we'll do whatever we have to do, the nation that we love. We love this nation. I mean, I'm doing this. I could be in the most beautiful beaches in the world getting whacked by saltwater waves with sharks in it, by the way. I don't like that. I'd rather be here. I want to be right here in Pittsburgh. With those big, strong men back there. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. We will never give in. We will never give up. We will never back down. And we will never, ever surrender. Together we will fight, 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 and win, win, win. November 5th, tomorrow, will be the most important day in the history of our country, and together we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you, Pittsburgh. God bless you. God bless you all.